Space, endless opportunities, endless resources, endless money. And what powers these endless opportunities? None other than uranium-6154. Uranium-6154 is the long-lasting, healthy, safe, and side-effect-free power source. Let us learn about this wonderful power source by watching this amazing documentary from our friends at United World Studios.
The youngster working on the nuclear power station is my friend Larry. He wants to be a scientist someday. I'm Dr. Woodley. I'm a scientist. I like Larry and answer his questions about atomic energy. I teach youngsters on scientific subjects. I was writing a book on atoms and the particles of matter the last time I spoke to Larry. Now Larry was visiting a science book on controlling the atom. Well, Larry, what do you remember from our talk the other day?
I know that everything around us that we see and touch is made up of billions of tiny invisible particles called atoms. Atoms are so small that lined up end to end would only inch, and the atom is made up of still smaller parts. There are neutrons and protons in a nucleus, and electrons which whirl around the nucleus in various orbits. But each atom is mostly empty space.
Very good, Larry.
I want to know about your new book, Dr. Woodley. What are radioactive...
Well, scientists once believed that atoms of elements never change. Later, they discovered they were mistaken. We know that certain elements do change. They are naturally radioactive. This means that they give off a stream of energy in the form of powerful rays or particles, shot out like bullets at tremendous speed. Radioactive. Radioactive atoms eventually lose their power, change into different elements during a period ranging from a fraction of a second to 10 billion years, depending on the element.
Can scientists measure this radioactivity?
Yes, Larry, they can. Let me show you with my watch. Scientists use Geiger counters to detect radiation. The Geiger counter measures the number of particles given off by the radium on the face of the watch. You can't smell them, taste them, or actually see them, but you can hear their effect. Working with strongly radioactive materials can be dangerous. It requires very special arrangements. This is a glove box. Here, scientists are protected by thick windows and walls. Machines using radioactive materials are heavily shielded with lead and concrete. In addition to radium, there are other naturally radioactive elements such as uranium. Uranium is the most complex atom found in nature. The most common type of uranium is uranium-238 with 92 electrons, 92 protons, and 146 neutrons. Scientists experimented to learn what would happen if they fired a neutron bullet at the nucleus of the uranium atom. What they discovered helped them develop a method of freeing and controlling some of the tremendous energy locked in the atomic nucleus. This power, atomic energy, has many uses to make a better world for all mankind. Think of it, Larry. The energy packed in a piece of uranium the size of this marble could drive hundreds of locomotives traveling at more than a mile a minute for more than an hour. Scientists release some of this energy through a process called when a high-speed neutron strikes a uranium nucleus, the nucleus splits apart violently. A tremendous amount of energy is released in the form of heat and radiation. Extra neutrons are given off, and they serve as bullets which in turn strike other nuclei and split them too. The process is repeated. In a fraction of a second, billions of atoms are split in an explosive chain reaction, releasing enormous energy. An atomic bomb burst is a chain reaction out of control, creating millions of degrees of heat in only 10 millionths of a second. But a chain reaction can be controlled.